Shalom, back with part 3. All right. Thy reward shall be upon thy own head. All right. Tell you about the nation of Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. Let's continue here. Again, I already quoted this, but I decided to bring you to it. All right. So you see it for yourself. All right. Ezekiel 36:5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God power, truly in the fire of my jealousy I have spoken against the residue of the heathen. That would be in reference, okay, to the Palestinians, the Arabs, Ishmael, okay, and against all of Idumea. So let's go into the word Idumea to show you that it's talking about the self-proclaimed white man who is Edom, okay. They hide themselves by the lands that they conquer, right? That's why they call themselves Israelis, Zionists, all that, okay. See, Edom means red. Okay, like you would read when you're reading Revelation 6 and 4 about the red horse, that take a piece from the earth, that everyone should kill one another, and unto him was given, a great blessing, which is what? The sword, okay? And when you go into Genesis, right, 27:40, what was Esau's blessing? Okay? The sword, and by thy sword shalt thou live. Okay? You understand, people? See, Edomites, Idumeans, descendants of Esau. Got it? All right? Now, give me a minute. All right? So you see, this is how you do things, people. You get into the etymology of words in the Hebrew, the Greek, the Latin. All right? So, again, I have spoken against the residue of the heathen, right? Which would be the Ishmael and the Arabs, the Palestinians, and all of Idumea, talking about the Edomites, the self-proclaimed white man, all right, head tribe being Amalek, all right, which have appointed my land into their possession, right, with the joy of all their heart in Hebrew is lab, which means mind, with all their minds, with despiteful mind, to cast it out for prey. There's been nothing but war there since 1948. There was war there May 14th, 1948, when they made it a corporate state, okay, against the Egyptians, all right? And you know that there's been war ever since, okay? All right, let's move on here, all right? Give me a minute here. Ezekiel 35. Let's start here, all right? Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, which is talking about the nation of Edom, okay, and prophesied against it, all right? So you're commanded to do that as Israelites, those of us that sit in council with the Lord, all right, starting with the elders on down that make these epistles and go out there and street teach, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord God power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. Again, America, Babylon the Great, all right, is the lake of fire, okay, which will be created by the thermonuclear fire, the arrows of the Lord, the ICBMs, all right, for you people who can't come into the understanding of the scriptures, all right? So, verse 4, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, okay? And thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh. And because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, that would be enmity. You will read about that in Genesis 3:15, okay? How the Lord put enmity between us, the nation of Israel, and known as the woman, okay? The Lord, considers Israel as a calm and delicate woman, Jeremiah 6:2. So anyway, he put enmity between us and the serpent's seed, which is Esau, Edom, okay? So because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and that's what enmity means. All you got to do is go into the word enmity, all right? And has shed the blood of the children of Israel by force of the sword. There you go. In the time that their calamity, in the time that their iniquity, had an end, right? Because we're at the end of our captivity, all right? Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. And since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Okay? And there's even a precept to that. Okay? What is that? Numbers 35. Okay, 33 to 34. And basically what it says there, that they have polluted the land in shedding the blood of the Israelites. And the only way to cleanse the land is by shedding the blood of those who shed the blood of the Israelites. And that the Lord makes it clear that where he dwells, and he dwells within his people. Again, you can go to twice in Acts the 7th chapter, okay, as well as Acts 17, and twice it'll tell you that the same thing, that the Lord does not dwell in temples built by hands. Okay, I told you, this is not a religious book. The Lord doesn't dwell in those temples, synagogues, churches. He dwells amongst his people. Okay, and who's he dealing with amongst his people? It's his elect. All right, starting with the elders on down. All right, so therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, God power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. And since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus I will make Mount Seir, the nation of Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, most desolate, and cut off from it him that passes out and him that returneth. Okay? And I will fill his mountains with his slain men in thy hills, all right, in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. All right, and what's the sword of the Lord? The arrows of the Lord, the ICBMs. Okay? I will make thee perpetual desolations in thy cities, and shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. See? So the Lord is taking them out of power, taking out the Edomite beast system. All right? Anyway, we'll end this here. We'll be right back with parts 4 to close out. Shalom.